Student visas in Australia aren't easy to extend. So you must follow several rules before applying for an extension of your student visa. And it is possible that your visa may not even be eligible for an extension. Hello and welcome to Edutrainex, the best learning channel and pioneer in international education. I am Nandini Watts, and today in this video I will be telling you about Australia student visa extension. And before that, if you want to know about Australia student visa, then you can watch our video, the link for which I'll put in the description below. So in order to extend your stay in Australia, you must apply for a new student visa. So it is, however, necessary to have very compelling reasons to apply for a new visa. Like your current visa is about to expire without finishing your study course, you are starting a new study program, your graduate research candidature is lengthened, your graduate research thesis hasn't been marked yet after submission, and your visa is about to expire. So your first visa was cancelled by the Department of Foreign Affairs. Now the question is how to extend the student visa. So for a student visa extension, be sure to keep in mind these steps. First of all, check your visa conditions. It is not possible to apply for another visa if you have no further stay conditions on your visa. So unless you waive the condition, you cannot move further with it. So for student visas, there are two types of no further stay conditions. No further stay condition 8534 and 8535. So the decision regarding whether to include condition 8534 on your student visa will be made by your case officer. A student visa with this condition won't allow you to apply for another Australia visa unless you are applying for these visas. The next no further stay condition 8535 is mandatory for student visa holders who are supported by the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade or Department of Defense. With this condition, you can apply only for a temporary student visa if you are sponsored by the Commonwealth or a foreign government and a protection visa. If you want to apply for any other visa in Australia, you have to apply for a waiver of condition 8535. Now, how to apply for waiver of the visa condition? For your visa condition waiver to be granted, you must again have very compelling reasons. By filling out the waiver form and submitting it to the Department of Foreign Affairs, you can request it. You must attach a copy of your passport, bio page and evidence of why you require a waiver, like any medical condition, personal problems, unable to finish study program, etc. So if the department grants your waiver request, then you can apply for another visa. However, there is no guarantee that you will receive a new visa. So you already know that COE is very essential if you are a student visa holder. Now, if it expires, then it is important to have a valid COE if you want to apply for a new student visa. Therefore, you must apply for a new COE as soon as possible, as most institutions won't be able to issue a new letter on the spot. Regarding your health insurance OSHC, you must apply for your health insurance extension separately before you apply for your visa. However, you do not need to apply for a policy extension if your policy is still valid. Taking you further, for your new visa application, you must have to submit the same documents as your initial application. Among those documents, you need to submit your passport, ID card, civil documents, character conditions, documents, GTE and others. So your IMI account allows you to apply for a new visa once you have all the necessary documents. So remember that visa application fees still apply. So it is recommended that you apply for new student visa at least 8 weeks before your current visa expires. So after submitting your application, you will most likely to receive a bridging visa. In the meantime, you can stay in Australia legally while your new student visa is still being processed. Visa extensions cost around 630 Australian dollars, and this amount is the same as when you apply for original student visa. So in addition to an extension, you'll have to pay more for a visa if you have dependents with you. So, and here is some bonus information for you all. You won't have to pay a student visa extension fee if you held a visa before or after February 1st, 2020. So the following exemption applies to students who were unable to finish their studies as a result of COVID-19, students who had to pause their course due to travel restrictions, those who had to switch to part-time study because their educational provider couldn't provide core subjects, then students those who weren't able to finish their workplace-based training. So your education provider must complete this form on your behalf, and then you can submit the form to the Department of Foreign Affairs. Research graduates must finish their thesis within their visa deadline. So as a general rule, a student visa's validity is determined by the length of the student study program. So if you haven't submitted your thesis by the end of your course, you have 28 days to leave Australia or arrange another visa. So that was all about the extension of Australia's student visa. In case of any queries, you can ask in the comment section below. We will be happy to help. And in case of assistance required for applying for the visa, then you can contact the number. Again, you will find it below. And further, you can check the recent update on the official website of Australia Visa. The link will be given in the description box again. Thank you.